final exam time. I'm going to go through the answers. I would like you and your parents to go through these together. If you're using the answer key, that's fine. Or if you're watching this video, that's even better as you go through your answers. Each question is worth 3 points. That means each time you have to do something, you get 3 points. And I'll go through that as I go through. So, for example, question number 1, there are actually 4 questions. There's A, B, C, and D. Each one of those is worth 3 points each. So let's start with the first one and let's get to it. PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction is the order you should do things. That's what this question is, and this is 10 divided by 2 is a division problem. That's a -8. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. -8 plus 5 is -3. That is worth 3 points. B, I have 2 times 5 minus 7 plus 6. That's multiplication first. So that's -10 minus 7 plus 6. 10 minus 7 is -17. -17 plus 6 is -11. That is worth 3 points. C, this is using the distributive property. 5x times 3 is 15x. 5x times 2x is 10x squared. And there is no solution to this. You're just simplifying it. That's as much as you can do. This is, again, worth 3 points. The last one, 8 equals 8 times 4 minus x, distributive property. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times -x is minus 8x. So that's it, 3 points. So that's a total of 12 points for the first question. Second one is draw the graph. This is, can you plot points? First question was to figure out how to put your axes. I made this fairly simple in the sense that you don't have to do anything fancy. X's go from -4 to 4. Y's go from 6 to 2. So I'm just going to do regular numbers on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Y's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is up there. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can either write them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can either write them as, obviously, halfway between 2 and 4 is 3. Between 4 and 6 is 5. You can skip a number. And in this case, I don't have any negative y's, so I'm just going to leave these kind of blank. It's going to be the same as these, same as these. So first one is -4 over, that's here, and 6 up. So that's going to go -4, 6, be a spot right here. Then I have -2 over oh, wait a minute. Let's try that again. -2 over, and that's going to be 5 up. And then 0 over is going to be 4 up. And then 2 is going to be 3 up. And then 4 over is 2 up. So you'll see a line that goes right like that. Okay, so that's worth 3 points if you can graph that line. Next one. Draw the graph. This is the intent on this one is that you're doing, I'm going to change this to 2y equals x plus 6. In other words, I'm going to add x to both sides. And then now I'm going to divide everything by 2. And that's 2 over 2 is 1. So I end up with y equals 1/2 x plus 6 over 2 is 3. This is a linear equation. This is what I was getting at. What I want you to do here is use this to figure out how to draw it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go by 2's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, these are the x's, these are the y's. So I'm going to do y equals 1/2 x plus 3. What I'm looking for is, do you understand that is the y-intercept? You make a dot. Then that is the slope. Rises 1, runs 2. 1, 2. Make a dot. That's your graph. And that's worth 3 points. And 3 points up here. So grand total on this page is 12 for the first one, plus 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18 points total for the page 1. Okay, next page. This one is similar to the last one, and you're just changing the equation. Y equals mx plus b. And so here I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. And I get 4y equals negative 2x plus 12. I'm going to divide both sides by 4. 4 over 4 is 1, so I get y equals negative 2/4 plus times x plus 12/4, which is 3, or y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. I'll accept either one of these two, and that's worth 3 points. Okay, B. Going to go ahead and move that x over to that side, so subtract x from both sides, and I get negative 6y equals negative x plus 24. And notice I'm putting the y equals something times x plus something, because I want it into y equals something times x plus something. Divide both sides by negative 6, and I get y equals negative over negative is a positive, and 24 over 6 is 4, so it's negative 4. And that's the answer. And that one was that answer. So those are worth 3 points each. A grand total of 6 points. Question number 5. Solve, which is different than just simplify. I actually have to find an answer. In other words, x equals something on each of these. And there's 4 problems. Each one's going to be worth 3 points. So let's start with the first one. The first one, I'm going to use the idea of a combination of fractions, and I don't like fractions, so I'm going to try and make denominators the same. If I look at this, I've got a 2, a 3, and a 1. They're not the same. If I make them the same, then I can just deal with the numerators. So if I multiply top and bottom of this one, or numerator and denominator, times 3, that becomes a 6. Multiply top and bottom of that one, and that becomes a 6. And multiply top and bottom of that one, it becomes a 6. So this becomes 3 times 5, or 15, minus 2x times 2 is 4x, equals 3 times 6 is 18x. So that gets rid of your fractions. Now I'm just going to add 4x to both sides. And I get 15 equals 22x. Divide both sides by 22. And I get x equals 15 22s. And that is the answer to that one. And that one also is worth 3 points. Next one is going to be, let's go B. I'm going to use the cross multiply concept. That means this times this equals this times this. So 5 times 4x is 20x equals 2 times 9 equals 18. Divide both sides by 20. And I get x equals 18 20ths, or 9 tenths. And that's the answer to that one. That is also worth 3 points. C, I'm going to do the same thing, cross multiply. This times this equals this times this. So I get 3 times x plus 2 times 1 is just 3 times x plus 2, equals 5 times 2 is 10. Now I'm going to use the distributive property, 3x, 3 times x, plus 3 times 2 equals 10. Subtract 6 from both sides, I get 3x equals 4. Divide both sides by 3, I get x equals 4/3. Answer, 3 points. And the last one, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? I'm going to make this one a common denominator on this one, because I think it'll be easier. I could combine this and make this just a common denominator and then cross multiply. Or I can get a common denominator all out. Usually my idea is if I have more than two things on each side, I just get a common denominator. So my common denominator is going to be 6. So I'm going to multiply this one, top and bottom times 3. So now it's just 6 on the bottom, top and bottom times 6. That's a 6 on the bottom. This one, top and bottom times 2. So now it's a 6 on the bottom. This one, top and bottom times 6. And the last one, top and bottom times 6. So 3 times 8x is 24x. Minus 4 times 6, which is minus 24, plus 2 times 2 is plus 4, equals 2 times 6x, or 2x times 6 is 12x, 5 times 6 is 30. So that problem becomes no denominators, and 24x minus 24 plus 4 equals 12x plus 30. I'm going to combine those. Negative 24 plus 4 is negative 20. So I get 24x minus 20 equals 12x plus 30. So now all I'm going to do is add 20 to both sides, and I get 50. And those go away, and subtract 12x on both sides, and I get 12x. Divide both sides by 12, and I get 50 over 12. Both those are even, so that could be 25 over 6. Either one of those is correct. If you didn't reduce it, this one is fine. Okay, and so this one's worth 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, for a grand total of 12 points there. The last problem of the test is a person driving 80 kilometers per hour is driving how many miles per hour? Well, 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers. So 80 kilometers per hour times, I don't want kilometers, I want miles. So I'm going to put 1 mile on the top and 1.6 kilometers on the bottom. And so the kilometers will then cancel. So I end up with 80 miles per hour over 1.6. So that's the answer, sort of, but you can use a calculator, and you should. And so that's going to turn into 80 divided by 1.6 is 50. So that's 50 miles per hour. So when you're grading this one, this is worth 3 points. If you got to here, you only get 2 points. If you get here, you get all 3. Okay? So you should do that. And that is the test. So now if we add this page up, we have 6 for the first problem, plus 12, that's 18, plus 3 is 21 points for this page. Okay, flip it over. The other page had 18. So total of 39 points possible. Okay, so 39 points possible. So if I was grading these, I would say, okay, I'm going to give you 2 points as kind of a bonus-ish thing. And so if I was going to grade this, I would say anything from, let's say, 35 to 39, I would definitely count as an A. That would be in the 90% range. I would say anything from 30 to 30, make it 33 to 34. I would give that an A minus. Okay, so then we're going to go down from there. So then we go anything from 30, let's make it 29 to 33 to 32. Yeah, 33. That'll be a B. And 25 to 28 would be a C on this test. Okay, so that would be how I would score this. And have fun, enjoy it, and make sure that you email me your scores and answer the questions per the email I sent out today. And I hope to see you soon.